The hardest betrayals are not the ones done by strangers. They are done by the people who once called you a sister. Zara did not cry the night she found out. She did not scream. She did not confront anyone. Instead, she sat quietly on her balcony in Lekki, watching the Lagos traffic lights blink red and green in the distance. The same city that once felt full of promise now felt heavy. Her phone rested on her lap, Matthew's last message still glowing on the screen. "Baby, I'm busy tonight. Let's talk tomorrow." Busy. But her colleague from the bank had sent her something else. A simple message. "Zara, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to tell you. But I saw Matthew and Sarah together at Victoria Island last weekend. They didn't look like friends." Zara didn't respond immediately. She went back in her memory. The late night Sarah claimed she was too tired to hang out. The times Matthew suddenly became unavailable. The strange tension in Sarah's eyes whenever Matthew's name was mentioned. The small details she had ignored because she trusted too much. The next morning, Zara decided she needed proof. Not gossip. Not assumptions. Proof. She told Matthew she had an early closing at the bank. Instead, she left work quietly and drove to his apartment in Ikoyi. She had a spare key. He gave it to her months ago. She didn't call. She didn't text. She opened the door gently. And there, in his living room, laughing softly, was Sarah. Wearing one of Zora's favorite dresses. The one she once said made her feel beautiful. Time stopped. The laughter stopped too. Sarah's smile disappeared. Matthew stood up quickly. "Zara, it's not what you think. The oldest lie in the world." Zara looked at Sarah first. Not at Matthew. Her voice was calm. "How long?" Silence. Sarah tried to speak but her words tangled. It just happened. Nothing just happens. Not betrayal. Not secret meetings. Not stolen glances. Zara felt something inside her break, but it wasn't loud. It was quiet. Like glass cracking slowly under pressure. "Were you happy?" Zara asked. Sarah's eyes filled with tears. "I didn't plan it. I swear." "But you continued it," Zara replied softly. Matthew tried to step closer. "Baby, please. Don't," she said firmly. She turned to him. "You didn't only cheat on me. You made my best friend a part of it." The room felt suffocating. Years of friendship. Shared secrets. Shared dreams. All collapsing in one afternoon. Sarah finally whispered, "I was tired of being second." Zara blinked. "Second to what?" "To you," Sarah said, her voice shaking. "You were always the admired one. The confident one. The one men notice first. Even in campus. Even at work. I felt invisible beside you." Zara stared at her. "All this time, you were competing with me." "I wasn't competing." Sarah cried. "I just wanted to feel chosen for once." And there it was. Not love. Not passion. Insecurity. Sarah didn't fall in love with Matthew. She fell in love with the idea of taking something that belonged to Zara. And Matthew. He was weak enough to allow it. Zara felt the tears finally fall, not because she lost a boyfriend. But because she lost a sister. "You could have told me," Zara whispered. "You could have told me you were hurting." Sarah sank into the couch. "I was ashamed. Ashamed. But not enough to stop." Zara walked to the table, gently placed the spare key down, and removed the bracelet Matthew had given her. "I deserve better than this," she said quietly. She turned to Sarah one last time. "And you deserve healing. Because this wasn't about me." Then she walked out. No drama. No shouting. Just dignity. The following weeks were heavy. Zara deleted Matthew's number. Blocked Sarah. Changed her routines. The bank felt different without Sarah by her side. People whispered. Lagos always whispers. But Zara stayed silent. Pain changes you. It teaches you that not everyone who calls you sister sees you as one. Months passed. Zara poured herself into her career. She enrolled in professional banking certifications. She started attending women's leadership events in Abuja and Lagos. She rebuilt herself quietly. One afternoon, she ran into Sarah at a corporate seminar in Victoria Island. Sarah looked different. Thinner. Softer. Regretful. They stood facing each other like strangers with shared history. "I'm sorry," Sarah said immediately. Zara studied her face. "I know," Zara replied. And she meant it. She knew Sarah was sorry. But forgiveness does not always mean restoration. "I hope you're healing," Zara said gently. Sarah nodded, tears forming again. "I lost the only real friend I ever had." Zara's heart squeezed, but she didn't step forward. "Some losses teach lessons," she replied softly. They walked in opposite directions. And that was the last time they spoke. As for Matthew, he tried to come back. Flowers. Long messages. Apologies. Promises. But Zara had learned something powerful. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Years later, Zara stood on the balcony of her own apartment, one she bought herself. Stronger. Wiser. Careful. She did not hate friendship. She just understood it differently. Trust is not automatic. It is earned. And sometimes, losing people is the price of protecting your peace. Zara eventually loved again. But this time, she moved slowly. Privately. With boundaries. And she never ignored red flags again. Because betrayal doesn't just break your heart. It opens your eyes. And somewhere in Lagos, life continued, loud, unpredictable, beautiful. But Zara walked through it differently now. Not bitter. Just aware. And that awareness became her greatest strength. Now tell me. Have you ever had a friend like Sarah? Would you forgive her or walk away forever? Lesson from this story. Not everyone who stands beside you is standing for you. Choose friends who celebrate you, not compete with you. Protect your peace. Trust actions, not just words.